All right, what's going on? LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter. Hope everybody is having an amazing Friday. Probably having a cold one. I haven't talked to anybody. Have a lot of clients in a lot of different areas of the country, and pretty much everybody is freezing their butts off right now. In Birmingham, it's like 10 degrees. In Chicago, it's like -6. In Florida, it's like 30 degrees. So like everybody all around the country seems to be freezing their butt off right now. So I know you're probably having a cold Friday, but hopefully it's still good. Able to stay warm, all that good stuff. As you can see, we're talking about how to get in the best shape of your life in 2023 and walk you through what a lot of guys do that mess them up in their journey. And then I'll tell you about the three biggest pillars that you want to pay attention to going into the new year so that you can see success. So if you're watching this live before we get started and hit record on the podcast, if you're watching this live, I want you to comment down below. Let me know how the Friday has been. Let me know how the week overall has been. If you got plans for, obviously tomorrow is Christmas Eve and you got Christmas on Sunday. If you got big plans, if you're just chilling, whatever the case may be, I want you to let me know down in the comments. And we're going to go ahead and dive into this because I know you guys are probably busy. You got a lot going on. So we're going to make this short, sweet, and actionable and give you a game plan that you can really feel confident about going into 2023. So starting in 3, 2, 1. What's going on, squad? And welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Montel Harden, and we're talking about how to get in the best shape of your life in 2023. If you're listening to this and it's way into 2023 or maybe even 2024, these same concepts still apply, so don't click off. And if you're listening to this between the day it comes out, the 23rd, and obviously, December 31st, 2022, you really, really, really want to take these things in because the way that you start off your fitness journey has a huge, monumental impact on if you're going to successfully build consistency in your overall journey. So, New Year's coming in like 8 days, something like that. And there are always, for the last 50 years, two New Year's resolutions that are always neck and neck, one and two. People want to do one of two things to start the new year. A, they want to stop smoking, or B, they want to get in shape. So these are two of the biggest, and then alcohol, stop drinking, will be the third. So the top three is stop smoking, stop drinking, and get in shape. All three of these things are directly correlated to health. So it's obvious that a lot of people, when they do their, year-end recap, they realize that maybe either their health deteriorated, they feel worse than they did at the beginning of the year, they look worse than they did at the beginning of the year. So a lot of times that's why we have these health-based goals going into the new year because we don't necessarily feel the way we want to feel. We don't look the way we want to look. So we attack these goals heading into the new year, but it oftentimes does not work. We are setting New Year's resolutions. Let me know if you're watching live how many times you've set a New Year's resolution to get in shape. If you're listening on the podcast, think about it in your head. How many times have you set a New Year's resolution to get your body in shape just for it to not manifest itself, just for it to not get you to where you want to be, just to fall off track and ultimately not make any sustainable long-term progress? Sure, pretty much all of us have started something in the new year and fizzled out probably before January even ended. And here's the three biggest reasons why, when it comes to your health and fitness, you're probably fizzling out before really even getting started. So first off, is that you're starting way too strong. Starting way too strong. See, the thing about working out is in your workouts is that if you haven't worked out in say 3 months or 6 months or 12 months, but you do have some sort of history of working out, you can go into the gym on January 1st and you can push hard. Like your body still has that capability. So you might be able to go in there and you feel amazing and you push for, an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever. You do 20, 30 sets of exercises. You do an hour of cardio. Like you put in absolute work and a lot of volume. And you felt great. Super motivated, super inspired. You walk out of the gym feeling great. Guess what happens the next morning? After you go to sleep from that tough first workout, you wake up and you are completely debilitated. You can hardly move. You feel like you got hit by a truck. Like you just feel absolutely awful. And then what happens is you have to miss an entire week. And then maybe, just maybe, you'll get back on track in week 2. But the vast majority of people, guys, the vast majority of people that set New Year's resolution goals only go to the gym one time in January. And I'm convinced that this is why. This is probably the biggest reason. You overexert yourself, and you're so debilitated from the soreness that you can't go back for another week. And then you never built the habit anyway, so you already took a week off one day in. So it's just easier to just say forget it. And then you also kind of build fear around, oh well, I'm always in a lot of pain when I strength train, or this happened or that happened. But it's like we're pushing way too hard right off the bat. And then secondly, is no real game plan. A lot of guys are just going in and going through the motions, or you're looking on Instagram real quick to figure out what workout you want to do, or you're doing what you did in college football practice, 15 years ago. And these things are not what you need, what your body needs, how you need to be starting off in order to get to where you want to be. So you don't have a real set game plan and system and strategy, and that's causing you to just throw caution to the wind, and you don't know, you can't map any progress out. And as humans, we like to know where we're going. Most of us don't really want to go somewhere. We don't want to start a journey and we have no clue what road we're on. We have no clue how long it's going to take. We have no clue what pit stops we might need to make. You don't know what's up ahead. And typically, if you don't know what's up ahead, if you don't know what you're going to do, you are not very motivated to execute on whatever it is. Same thing with working out and eating and just getting healthy in general. And then the third reason it doesn't work is because most guys have no idea how long it actually takes. If I ask you how long it takes to burn 1 pound of body fat on average, you might say, I don't know, you can burn, 5 pounds a week. You can burn 10 pounds a week. Because that's been the standard in the dieting industry, in the health and fitness industry. You see these 30 pounds in 30 days transformations. You see these, you go in GNC, you see these fat burner pills that promise you to lose 10 pounds a week and stuff like that. And that starts to become the standard for a lot of guys. But the reality is, you should only be aiming to lose about 1 to 2 pounds of body fat every single week. So if body fat loss is our goal, you have to be able to contextualize that and say, hey, it's going to take me, if I want to lose 50 pounds, it might take me about a year to strip off 50 pounds of body fat. So, okay, cool. Based on that year, what do I need to do? How do I need to break this up to make it smaller goals, things that I can attack consistently? But a lot of guys don't really know how long things should take, what actually they take in terms of an effort perspective. And when you get into things that you don't understand what they take, what's required, you feel like you're in over your head and you just tap out or you just stop trying. See, a lot of guys, I'm talking to guys that are 275 pounds and they're talking about, I want to put on some muscle. It's like, bro, no, you don't. You just don't know how to lose weight. You like the gym, you like working out, so that's what you want to do, but you just mailed it in because you've tried to lose weight before and you haven't figured out how to. But you're not 275, 285 pounds and seriously wanting to gain weight. That's just a cop out. That's a cope, as the kids call it these days. That's a cope for you not understanding how to get fat off of your body, not understanding the process of what it takes. So you're telling yourself, oh, I want to gain weight. Oh, I don't want to be skinny. Like, bro, you're 285, you're 300 pounds, you're 310 pounds, whatever. Like, the last thing you should be worried about is looking skinny, looking small. Like, and I hate that guys have that mindset because I know where it comes from. I know it comes from, hey, I've struggled with trying to lose weight before, so I'm not even trying to do that anymore. The fact of the matter is, if you're a grown man over 250 pounds, you got to get some fat off of your body. You got to get some weight off of your body. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Unless you're 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". If you're a 5'11", 250-pound man, you got to get some weight off of your body. So stop, being oblivious to it, and then really create an understanding of what it takes. And I think that's where a lot of guys mess up at. So those are the reasons why it doesn't work. These New Year's resolutions, these bouts to try and get your body in shape. That's why it doesn't work and why it's not effective. Now, I want to give you the three biggest pillars to focus on heading into the new year, so that you can get in the best shape of your life in 2023. 52 weeks is an astronomical amount of time. Your entire life can look completely different by 2023. You can get in the best shape of your life. You can save your marriage. You can 10x your business. You can have another kid. You can conceive, go through the entire pregnancy process, and have a 3-month kid by the end of the year. Like right now, a baby isn't even a thought, and then by the end of the year, you could be sitting there with a 3-month-old. So you can accomplish a drastic amount of things in the new year if you know how to execute on it. So we're going to talk about how to execute in your health and fitness so that you can get the dream physique, the optimized health, the optimized energy levels, the optimized confidence, the libido, the clothes fitting the way you want them to fit. Whatever your mission, whatever your goal is, here's what you need to focus on. So number one, it's going to be your training. This is the biggest pillar, one of the biggest pillars. Your training. So your training, you want it completely strength and performance focused. This is why I talk so much about treating yourself like an athlete. Stop being a weight loss warrior and be an athlete. Pay attention to how you're performing. Pay attention to your strength. Pay attention to your endurance. Pay attention to your mobility. These are things that are drastically more important than trying to lose weight on the scale inside your workouts. Inside your workouts, because your workouts are not going to be the driving factor behind your weight loss. They will help, they will supplement, but your workout is to build lean muscle. Your workout is to improve strength. Your workout is to improve energy levels. Your workout is to improve mental health. Like there are a lot of other things that your workouts are a lot better at doing than burning fat. So stop working out to be a weight loss warrior and start training yourself like an athlete instead. You want to track your weight week after week after week after week. Stop going through the motions and not really understanding what you're doing every time you go in the gym. You want to choose a weight and do more and more reps every week until you can no longer do said amount of reps. Then you go back to your starting reps and then you increase the weight that you use. So that means, let's say bicep curls, for example. You did 25 pounds you started off with 25 pounds on bicep curls. You did 3 sets of 10. So 1 week we did 3 sets of 10. Next week we did 3 sets of 12. Next week we did 3 sets of 14. Next week we did 3 sets of 16. And when you got to 16, you realized that you were burnt out. You didn't have any more reps in the tank after 16. So now we want to go all the way back down to 10 reps, and then we want to add 5 pounds. So instead of using 25 pounds, we now use 30 pounds. So now we go 30 pounds and then 10 reps. 30 pounds, 12 reps. 30 pounds, 14 reps. 30 pounds, 16 reps. And then once you get to whatever that breaking point is for you to where you don't have any more reps in the tank, take it back down, add more weight, rinse and repeat. You can do this with literally any exercise on the planet. And if you do it and consistently do it the right way, you will see monumental progress in the muscle groups that you are training. Literally that simple. Choose a weight, get some reps in, take the reps up every single workout until you can't take the reps up anymore. Go back down to the starting point and then add more weight. That's what you want to do in order to progressively overload your body and keep your muscles under constant new stimuli and tension. All right, and then number 2, one of the biggest pillars to focus on heading into 2023 is going to be protein. You want 1 gram per pound of body weight or 1 gram per pound of body weight goal if you are over, I would say if you're over 30% body fat, then probably you want to use the amount of weight that you would like to get to long term. So if you're, let's say you're sitting at 250 pounds and your goal is to get to 195. So use 195, get in 195 grams of protein because that's going to help fuel the amount of lean muscle that you want to actually be existing in your body when you get to 195. And the reason I say focus on protein over all else is because if we can dial in the protein, everything else takes care of itself. Protein is the main building block of us building up our lean muscle. Protein is what improves our satiety level. So when you're in a diet phase and you're feeling that hangry feeling and like you just constantly think about food because you're dieting, getting in adequate amounts of protein is going to help you feel fuller for longer. It's going to help with your digestion. It's going to help with your metabolism. Protein is kind of like a catch-all to where it automatically makes you eat higher quality foods, mostly because you're not going to be nearly as hungry as you were. You're not going to have nearly the same amount of cravings for foods as you were. Your metabolism is going to be higher, so you're going to move around more. You're going to be more active. You're going to, when you're going through your workouts that we just talked about before, and your body is requiring to be those nutrients to build back up that lean muscle, you have the protein stores necessary to build back up the lean muscle, which is going to expedite and speed up your progress. But if we're working out, you can bust your butt. Everything can be optimal in your training. But if you're getting in 30 grams of protein a day, 50 grams of protein a day, 80 grams of protein a day, you're not going to see substantial progress in your physique and in your body. And that's what we ultimately want. So that's why we want to focus on protein over everything to start the year. And obviously, we'll add pillars into this as we go along. But if you can dial in the protein, 1 gram per pound of body weight or per pound of weight goal, if you've got 50 pounds or more to lose, if you can prioritize this and get this done for 30 days straight, you'll see a dramatic difference in your physique. You'll see your muscles start to pop up to the skin. You'll see probably 5 to 10 pounds of fat dropped off your body. You'll see tremendous progress if you can dial this in. And then last but not least is going to be daily activity. Daily activity. A lot of guys make the mistake of, oh, I went to the gym and I meal prep. That should be all I have to do. Like, the reality is, you're only burning about 10 to 15% of your daily calories burned inside a strength workout. Even inside a cardio workout, it may go up to 15, 20, but still, the majority of calories that you burn are going to be in what you do every single day. And if you are like most of the guys that I work with, most of the guys that I talk to, you spend a lot of time at a desk. You spend a lot of time in Zoom calls. You spend a lot of time seated and sitting down, and your body really isn't burning any calories. You're not really expending any energy. And as a result of that, you're not really getting yourself in the shape that you want to get in. You're not burning enough calories to make a significant difference. So that's why it's so important to try and get in a certain amount of steps every single day. Try to aim for 7 to 10,000 steps. If we can get 10,000 steps in every day, you'll burn a pound of body fat just based on the amount of steps that you're getting in every single day. So that's a huge, huge, huge advantage. And then you also just want to try to stand up more. You want to park at the end of the parking lot. You want to take the stairs. Like, you want to do whatever you can to be more active in your natural life. Like, even if you wanted to ride your bike to work, which I know is dead winter right now for a lot of people, for us apparently too, even though we're in Birmingham, Alabama, it's dead winter for a lot of us right now. But maybe as it gets warmer, or maybe if you're in a place that's already kind of warm, do whatever you can to expend more energy throughout your day and do it in a natural way. I'm not talking about a workout. I'm talking about if you're in the office and you got a vending machine on your floor, and then you know there's another vending machine on the first floor of the building that you work in, start going to the vending machine on the first floor. Take the stairs. That might take you an extra 10 minutes, but now you'll get in an extra, say, 500, 1,000 steps just from that activity of having to do that. Instead of asking a coworker to hand you a pen, you get up and you walk to the other side and you get a pen. If you're working from home, instead of sitting at your desk all day, grab your laptop and stand at the counter, or maybe a table if you have a tall table, and stand up and do your work. Like, things like this, just finding opportunities to burn more calories off your body is going to be a huge, huge part of getting yourself to where you want to be. So that is it, man. The 3 biggest pillars, just to recap: training, Add weight and reps. Every single workout, you should be adding one or the other. If you're not making any progress. Number two, nutrition. Prioritize protein over all else. Don't worry about the best diet. Don't worry about should I get rid of carbs. Don't worry about any of this crap. Prioritize protein over everything. And then number three, daily activity. Make sure that your day to day is active, not just your workout. Just working out is not going to cut it. You'll get decent results, but you're not going to create that transformation that you're looking for yourself. If you work out, but you're plopped down in a seat for the remaining 20 hours of the day or however long it is that you're awake. So that's it, man. Hopefully you got a ton of value out of this. If you did, and if you're watching live, please comment below. Tag another friend that wants to go from dad bod to athlete in 2023. And if you're listening on the podcast, make sure to subscribe and turn notifications on for it so that you don't miss any uploads that we have upload at 5 a.m. 3 days a week. So that you don't miss that and you can start your day right with the podcast episode. And also, if you're watching live, make sure to let us know what you want to talk about, what you want to discuss. You want to get more technical, more sciencey, you want more motivation, we want more like Q&A style, whatever the case may be. We'll get that done for you guys. So that's it. That's all. Talk to you soon. Peace. All right, squad. Good podcast. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. You guys have a great Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and we'll talk on Monday. Peace.